Okay. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody been doing so far? I appreciate you guys. Let's get these Dynasty reviews going, guys. Shout out to everybody for being here. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to start off with League 72. There's a couple of people in League 72 that wanted these reviews. We're going to start off with N. Jager first. Let's go ahead and take a look at where he is at. I don't know if I see him. N. J. Oh, he's all the way back here. All right, perfect. Now, he does not have any future first, all right? I mean, he does have future first, and he does have future 28 first as well. So let's see if he made any trades in this team. Right, it does not look like he made any trades. And I tell people this all the time, guys. When you don't make any trades in a team, your team ends up being somewhat of a bad team because trades is what makes dynasty teams really good. In this situation, you didn't make any trades, so I don't think his team's going to be very good, but too early to judge. With that being said, he has Brock Purdy as his quarterback. I think that's a phenomenal quarterback there. Do not get me wrong. Let's see who his quarterback twos are. Jordan Love and Sam Darnold. Beautiful quarterback room. Beautiful quarterback room. I really like that. I always emphasize to people, you need three quarterbacks. You're running backs with Rico and Cam Scatterbo. I like Cam Scatterbo, but Rico's getting really old, man. You got him at the 10-6. He's turning 29 years old. He has maybe one more year in him. I really don't like that. He's the running back two there as well. Your running backs are extremely on the weaker side. Your wide receivers, Puka and Drake London, are elite. You have tight end as well. Loveland is amazing. Watson, Higgins, and Cortland Sutton. So Watson's going to be a good flex 1 for you. Sutton is going to be a viable flex 3. We don't know what his situation is going to be fully with Jalen Waddle there. Good boy. I do have my dog with me. I apologize. But Jaden Higgins is going to be your weakness here. You have Jaden Higgins and Rico Dowdle. This is not a championship winning team because Jaden Higgins is a wide receiver 2. Rico Dowdle is the running back 2. Then your bench, you have Chris Rodriguez, Tyrone Tracy, Torrey Horton, Aaron Jones, Stephon Diggs, Greg Dulcich. Good boy. And I don't know how much I love any of those, to be totally honest with you guys. Aaron Jones is injury prone. Chris Rodriguez is the running back 2 there. Tyrone Tracy is a running back 2. So if someone gets injured, let's just say Christian Watson, who is an injury prone player, by the way, gets injured. You can't really trust anybody from your bench to come in there and play. You could say Aaron Jones, but Christian Watson doesn't get injured week 1. He'll get injured week 5, week 6. But so the same thing with Aaron Jones. He's going to get injured later on. So I don't like that for you. Your bench is weak, your flex 2 is weak, and your running back 2 is weak. I'll probably give this team a 5.2 out of 10 because you didn't make any trades. It does lower the value of your team. But you just have your future first. Hey, bud, what's wrong? What's up, baby? Mwah. Go. All right, guys. So, Jager, shout out to you for being here. I appreciate you. We're going to go to Reedy's team next. Reedy, you are going to be here. You don't have your future first, but you do have Schmidt's future first, 2/11, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and 1/3 as well as your 28 picks. All right, Reedy, let's go ahead and take a look at your team. You're right here at the 1-5 from what it looks like. You did make some trades, and I love that for your team. What I would recommend is because you don't have your future first, go ahead and trade these picks because you're not playing to lose, you're playing to win. So you don't need these first round picks in my opinion. If we take a look at your team, you have Lamar Jackson, Herbert, but you don't have a quarterback 3. That worries me. You have Deshaun Watson. I can't really trust Deshaun Watson there. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I know. All right, so I can't really trust Deshaun Watson there. Even though I love your QBs with Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson, you need a quarterback 3 there in case Lamar and Justin Herbert do get hurt. So I would recommend trading one of your first-round picks for Jared Goff, for Stafford, for something like that. Chase Brown and Josh Jacobs are going to be great running backs for you. Jordan Tyson, Zay Flowers, great wide receivers. Harold Fann's going to be a good tight end. You got David Montgomery, Michael Wilson, Mike Evans. The only thing that concerns me in this team is going to be the Michael Wilson pick because Michael Wilson didn't really do much when Marvin Harrison was healthy. 1-8, 1-4-3. I'll let you guys see the numbers there. And then we got Ricky Pearsall on your bench, Josh Downs, Kenny Gainwell, Jeremy, Deshaun Watson. The only people that I like in your bench is going to be Josh Downs and Kenny Gainwell. Pearsall's not going to be playing for the whole year. Jeremy Bernard has a little bit of upside, but he's not really going to do there with the Steelers. It's going to be Roman Wilson, DK Metcalf, and Michael Pittman there. Deshaun Watson, Chris Brazil, Dylan Sampson, yeah. So, in my opinion, this is a very good starting roster. The reason for that is because you made your trades, and I really like that when you make those trades. But you do want to make sure you trade these picks away to get a better flex player for you and another quarterback just in case one of them get hurt. I'm gonna give this team a 7.4 out of 10. 7.4 out of 10, really. All right, Badger, let's go ahead and take a look at your team real quick. You're here at the 1-3. Shout out to you for being here as well. If we take a look at your team, you do have all your future first. I hope you made some trades here. It does not look like you made any trades. And when you guys don't make trades, the teams become extremely weak. Your quarterbacks with Bo Nix, Dak Prescott. You don't have a quarterback 3. That worries me as well. It's going to be on the weaker side, even though Bo Nix and Dak Prescott are very good QBs. But it is going to be on the weaker side because you don't have a third quarterback. Not only that, Dak Prescott's also on the older side. He's turning 34. The likeliness of him getting injured is a lot higher as well. Bijan and Judkins are going to be great running backs. I love the Judkins value there at the 6'3". I can't believe he fell to you there. Lamb and Nico Collins are going to be great wide receivers. Godson is going to be a weakness there as well for you because of David Njoku being signed there. Casey Concepcion, Jordan Addison, Dalton Kincaid. This is a terrible flex room. This is not a playoff team. This is, even if it is, it's a first-round loss. Your flexes are very, very weak. Jalen Warren, Jaden Reed, AJ Barner, JCM. I actually don't mind this bench. You have Jalen Warren, who is the running back 1 there. Jaden Reed, who could be the wide receiver 1 if Christian Watson gets hurt. JCM, who could be the running back 1 there if he beats out Rashad White. Trey Harris. Hey, my good boy. So this bench is very nice, but the flexes do concern me. Even though they have upside, they concern me a lot. With that being said, this is a solid team. I'm going to give it a 6.1 out of 10, Badgers. 6.1 out of 10. I would recommend, you don't really have an identity right now. I don't know if you're playing for this year. I don't know if you're playing for next year. You have some younger guys. You have some older guys with Dak Prescott, Jalen Warren. You also have a future first. You know, if you are playing for this year, go ahead and trade your future first away. Get some better flex players is what I would recommend. 6.1 out of 10, Badger. We're going to go to T. Schmidt next. T. Schmidt does not, he did do one trade. He did get Rome Odunze there. Let's see what he gave up to get Rome Odunze there. It does not. It looks like he gave a first-round pick to get Rome Odunze there. So he does not have his first-round pick. Let's see how his team is looking here. He has Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, and he does not have a third quarterback. This is automatically on the weaker side for sure. Even though Josh Allen's such an elite quarterback, you still need a quarterback 3, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. Devon Achane and Brees Hall are going to be great running backs for you. George Pickens, Rome, great wide receivers. Kraft is a great tight end. T. Higgins, Alec Pierce, Quentin Johnson. I actually don't mind this flex room at all. I know Alec Pierce is somewhat dealing with an injury, but I really like this flex room. And let's see your bench. You have Jake Ferguson, Romeo Doubs, Woody Marks, Jordan Mason. The bench isn't bad at all either. It could be a lot better. Ferg could get you some of those points. Romeo Doubs could get you some of those points. Jordan Mason could get you some of those points in the bye weeks. Woody Marks has upside. Ted Hurst has upside. Kate Auden, if he could have that stretch in 2024, I think, where he was it 2024 or 2020? No, yeah, here it is. Yeah, where he went off 29 points, 21 points, 18 points, and this is when I think Evans got hurt or Godwin got hurt. So, and he was a slot guy. But with that being said, this is a very solid team. Unfortunately, you don't have your future first, but this is a win now team. I do like, in my opinion, Reedy's team a little bit more than this, personally. But I do like this team still. I'm going to give this team probably a solid 7.0 out of 10. Solid 7.0. I just wish you made a little bit more trades. If you made more trades, this team would have been a lot better. You don't have your first, trade away your second and third and get another quarterback there. Maybe get a Geno Smith just so you have a third quarterback in case one of them goes down. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, guys. With that being said, League 72, thank you guys for tuning in. All right, League 73, Crip wanted a review there. I'm not sure why it went all the way down. Let me go ahead and take care of League 73 here. All right, Crip, if we take a look at your team, you made a lot of trades. And, I like trades, brother. I do like trades there. If we take a look at Crip's team, he has 4 first-round picks next year. And a second and a third as well. All right. I hope you didn't draft old heads. That's the only thing I'm hoping for here. If we take a look at this team, man, Brock Purdy is going to be a great quarterback. Judkins and Scatterbush should be good running backs for you. Makai, Christian Watson, great wide receivers. Kraft is a good tight end. Parker, DeAndre Swift, and Jonathan Brooks should be solid flexes as long as Jonathan Brooks wins out, Chubba Hubbard. Baker Mayfield should be a decent quarterback with Sam Darnold. I like this team, brother, but you also have a lot of future first. You have Matthew Golden, Dallas Goedert, Now your bench could use a little bit of improvement because if somebody goes down in your team, or let's just say Jonathan Brooks doesn't work out, I don't know if you can fully trust Goddard or Matthew Golden to come in and get you those points. With Eli Stowers being there for Philadelphia, Matthew Golden competing with Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. With that being said, man, this team doesn't have an identity. You drafted to win now with some older players like Baker Mayfield, like Sam Darnold, like DeAndre Swift, but you have future first round picks that are telling you, hey, we're playing for next year. What I recommend is if you want to get an identity for your team, guys, you either want to win now or you either want to win the next year. But you can't if you want to do both, you need to have a very, very good team. This, unfortunately, is not a win now team because it still has some holes in it because your flex 3 with Jonathan Brooks is a hole. Your bench needs some better players. In my opinion, Parker Washington is going to be in a wide receiver committee. Watson's injury prone. Cam Scatterboy Judkins are coming off of injury. Tucker Kraft is coming off of injury. So there's a lot of things going on. I do like this team. I like the trades you did make. I'll probably give this team a 7.2 out of 10 because of all the future first and because of your team. Very solid team here. All right, guys, that's the only one that wanted reviews there in League 73. Let's go to League 74. A couple people wanted a review here in League 74. All right, let's take a look. All right, if we take a look at Eric's team here, where's Eric at? Feeling. Eric, here it is. Let's see if you have any future first, Eric. You don't have any future of your any future 2027 picks. All right, and if we take a look at your team here, you did make some trades, which is very, very good. And you know how much I like that. I like when people make trades, guys. Dynasty leagues without trades is not a winning team. Even if you win the trade, lose a trade, you have to make some trades. Shok, Jared Goff, you don't have a quarterback 3. You need a quarterback 3, guys. I can't stress this enough. You need a quarterback 3 on your team. Chase Brown and Chuba Hubbard. I like Chase Brown, but Chuba Hubbard looks like he's losing that job. Drafting him at the 7-10 is absurd. Amon-Ra and Jake London are going to be elite wide receivers for you. Godson, like I said, Njoku is going to be there. Be very careful with that. Reports are saying he's getting phased out of the Chargers offense because of David Njoku there. Njoku could be the tight end 1 there. Just be very careful as well. Ted, Casey, Harvey. I do like Ted, but Casey and Harvey are not league winners this year. J.K. Dobbins is there for Harvey. They drafted a Coleman in the 3rd round. You don't draft a 3rd round running back if you trust your running backs right now. Casey Concepcion has upside, but it's the Browns. So your flex 2 and 3 are on the weaker side. Your running back 2 is on the weaker side. You have Tuden, though, which is very, very solid. You got him at the 8-9. I think that's a really good spot for him. Chris Godwin, you could plug in for RJ Harvey. Bachal Tuden, you could plug in for Chuba Hubbard, but then this still leaves you with Casey Concepcion. And you could say maybe Jake Ferguson, Aaron Jones. But I don't love that. This is a solid team, brother, but you gave up your future first. So you need a win-now team. And even though I do think this team might make the playoffs, I don't think it's going to get past the 1st round, especially with you not having a quarterback 3, especially with your running back 2 being weak and your flexes being somewhat on the weaker side. But this team does have upside, and I like that. But with that being said, solid team. 6.8 out of 10. 6.8 out of 10, Eric. All right, Minky. Let's go ahead and take a look at your team. You have your future 1st and 3rd, but not your 2nd. And if we take a look, you did not make any trades until round 10, it looks like. And I don't love that. It looks like you might have gave a 2nd round pick to get that 10th rounder. Let's go ahead and take a look at your team. Lamar, Daniel Jones, and Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett, guys, is still a viable quarterback 3, at least for this year. And he has his future first, so he can go ahead and draft a quarterback next year if he wanted to. I actually don't mind that at all. It doesn't matter what quarterback 3 you have. As long as that quarterback 3 is start worthy, I really don't mind it. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Devon Achane and Christian McCaffrey are going to be great running backs for you. Nico Jamo, great wide receivers. Brock Bowers, an elite tight end. This is a 0.5 tight end premium. I don't love Sam Laporta in your flex room, but I don't hate it. It's not amazing, though. Brock Bowers is elite. Sam Laporta as your flex 1 is all right. Terry McLaurin and Omar Cooper. I don't mind Terry McLaurin at all, but Omar Cooper there as your flex 3 does worry me. But you do have Courtland Sutton. You could go ahead and plug in for Omar Cooper. And then let's take a look at your bench. All right, so you have Omar Cooper, Tank Dell, Theo Johnson, Tyler Algier. Your bench is horrid. Your bench is horrid. It has a lot of upside, but there's bye weeks, there's injuries. That concerns me a lot personally. So I do think you should go ahead and trade your first and third round pick right now. Maybe get a get a better flex player. Because Sutton, as much as I love him, I don't know what exactly he's going to do with Jalen Waddle there. And even if Sutton does something for bye weeks, for injuries, you want to get a better bench at that point. So trade your first round pick, trade your third round pick, and get those players. I do like this team. I'm going to give it a 6.3 out of 10. 6.3 out of 10. All right, let's go to Mikey next. Where's Mikey at? Right down there. Where is Mikey? Mikey's right down here. Let me make this a little bigger. All right, Mikey, you have your 1, 2, 3 first round picks. I just hope you didn't draft old heads here, right? I just hope you didn't draft old heads here. All right. Mendoza, Cam Ward. That's fine. You're not playing for this year. You're playing for next year. Bijan, okay. I just don't understand why people trade for first round picks and then draft old heads like Saquon Barkley. Why are we taking Saquon Barkley here at the 5-10, right, Mikey? Over players like Kyron Williams, Jordan Tyson, Marvin Harrison, Brian Thomas, Mekhi Lemon, Devontae Smith, Rome Odunze. I just don't understand that. Those running backs are really good, don't get me wrong, but it just confuses me. Neighbors and Luther Burden, I don't mind that wide receiver combo at all, but the problem is that Neighbors is injured. We don't know when he's coming back. He is practicing, but we don't know if he's playing week 1, week 2. Luther Burden, we're just drafting him based on hype. We took him at the 4-5. We took Burden at the 4-5 over players like Nico Collins, Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, who are all proven. We're just taking Burden out of hype there. We're taking Burden at his ceiling. Chris Olave last year finished as a wide receiver 6. And we're taking him at the 4-3. So that means Luther Burden should be finishing as wide receiver 7. That's what that means there. Way too early for Luther Burden. I really don't like that. Now I see the upside of it, but I really don't like that. Sadiq hasn't done anything in college, guys. Sadiq isn't going to do anything in NFL. It's the Jets. They drafted him based on athletic, like him being really athletic. I don't like that. Mekhi, Josh Allen, Jonathan Brooks. I don't mind this flex room, but Jonathan Brooks is competing for that running back 1 role. So if he doesn't win that, that does concern me there. Zach Charbonnet and Rachaad White. The bench could also be improved, man. The bench could also be improved. You know, Rachaad White is turning 28 years old. Jerry Jeudy is turning 28 years old. Deshaun Watson is turning 31 years old. The bench, you should be drafting for upside here. You're playing for next year. You're not playing for this year. I recommend trading Saquon right now if you can. Go ahead and get somebody younger. I recommend trading Rachaad White. He still holds value right now here at the 14-5. I recommend trading Deshaun Watson. He still holds somewhat of a value. Go ahead and get better players there. I'm probably going to give this team based on everything a 6.5 out of 10 because you have your 3 first-round picks next year, and those first-round picks are going to be really good. Just don't keep on to these old people on your roster that have a lot of value still. All right, shout out to you, Mikey. I appreciate you. We're going to go to League 75 now, and in League 75, Mike John wanted a review here, and somebody else. Let me go ahead and take care of these teams. All right, Mike John, you don't have a future first-round pick, and even though that's not a bad sign, I just hope you drafted well for you to be able to do, what you did. It looks like you did trade away your first-round pick, and I don't mind that at all. Just make sure you didn't mess it up by, drafting. Let's go ahead and take a look at your team here. You drafted here at the 1-9, it looks like. You have Jackson Dart, Brock Purdy, and Malik Willis. Beautiful quarterback room. Jeremiah Love and Quinshon Judkins are going to be great running backs for you. I really like that. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, my bad, guys. I'm playing with my dog. All right, Marvin and Jay Moore are going to be great wide receivers there. Loveland's going to be a good tight end. Jalen Waddle, Tyler Algier, and Quentin Johnston. The only person I like in this flex room is going to be Jalen Waddle and Quentin Johnston. Tyler Algier does not fit in there. But you have Jaden Reed, Ramondre Stevenson, who you could play in for Tyler Algier, and they won't get you amazing points, but they'll get you those 10 points that you need. But unfortunately, you need more than just those 10 points in your flex room. You need those flex players to be really well for you to win the championship. With that being said, this is a very solid team, broski. But what I would recommend for you to do here is I would recommend you to go ahead and trade your 3rd round pick here. Maybe trade away, even Jeremiah Love and get a better flex player. You know, get a 2-for-1 going here. Get something else going here because your flex room is on the weaker side. But it's still a solid team. I'll give it a 6.3 out of 10, Mike John. 6.3 out of 10. All right, Mello, let's go ahead and take a look at your team. Mello, it does seem like you have your future 1st-round picks, all right? And it does not seem like you made any trades. This is automatically going to be a low score because you didn't make any trades. And I already know you have bad, a hole in your team just by looking at it. Good boy. All right, if we take a look at this team, all right, Herbert, T-Law, and you don't have a Aaron Rodgers. All right, I don't mind Aaron Rodgers for the last year, you know, I don't mind that. The quarterback room is decent there. I don't mind that at all. Tuden and Chuba Hubbard. Tuden's, you know, he's fine, but Chuba Hubbard is battling with Jonathan Brooks. Just be careful with that. Jason and George Pickens are elite wide receivers. Tongs, that's going to be your weakness there. I don't know why we're drafting Tongs. He's your only tight end. Your tight end spot is very weak. Very, very weak. Rome Odunze, Makai, and DJ Moore, solid flexes. But like I told you guys, this team is going to have a weakness because it didn't make any trades. And this weakness right now is going to be the tight end room. Be very careful with that, guys. Devontae Adams, Worthy, Chris Bell. This is a solid bench as well. A solid team overall. This is a better team than I actually thought. You actually drafted decently well. The only weaknesses I see is going to be the running back room, man. Tuden and Chuba Hubbard are not running backs I would trust. If Chuba Hubbard doesn't win that running back 1 role, all right, you're going to have to rely on Braylon Allen and Emmanuel Wilson and Allen, Gordon, and I don't like those at all. So your running backs are on the weaker side and your tight ends are on the weaker side. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.1 out of 10. Still a very wide receiver heavy squad. You can do a lot of trades with those wide receivers, but unfortunately the running backs are on the weaker side and the tight ends are on the weaker side. So it's 5.1 out of 10. All right, shout out to everybody. That's everybody that wanted reviews there. Let's go to League 76 here. And a couple people wanted reviews here at League 76. Let's go ahead and take care of all of them real quick. Kalai wanted their first review here. It should be in order. I'm not sure why it's not in order anymore. All right, but with that being said, Kalai does have, let me go ahead and pull up the draft results here. Kalai does have 1, 2, 3, 4 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks. I just hope you didn't draft old heads, bro. Your team needs a vision here. I just hope you didn't draft old players here. All right, Kalai, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones. All right, why are we drafting Daniel Jones, brother? Why are we drafting Daniel Jones here at the 8-7? We could have drafted a Bryce Young. We're playing for next year, not this year, right? Daniel Jones is turning 30 years old. He just came off from an Achilles injury. Maybe you're going to go ahead and trade him if he's, if he does decent, but I would not recommend drafting an old head with our team here. Marion Hampton, I know Josh Allen is also turning 31 years old, guys, but Josh Allen has never faced injury. He's solid there. Hampton and Chuba Hubbard, but I would recommend trading Josh Allen here and getting someone like Jaden Daniels and Jadarian Price. I would recommend trading Josh Allen, getting somebody like Caleb Williams and Jameson Williams. You know what I mean? Just somebody else there because you don't need an older player, especially with you having 4 first-round picks. Hampton and Chuba Hubbard. I don't understand the Chuba Hubbard hype, guys. Why are we drafting Chuba Hubbard so much? Hampton should be a great running back there. Nico and Connell Tate should be good wide receivers. Stowers is going to be a weakness for you. Stowers is not starting this year, and I don't think he's going to do much, but he's going to take some snaps away from Dallas Goedert for sure. Devontae, Rome, Josh Downs, really good flex room. I like Josh Downs' pick there as well. People are not as high on Josh Downs as I am, but I'm pretty high on Josh Downs this year. So I don't mind this team at all. You don't have a quarterback 3. That worries me. Emmett Johnson, Surratt, Kate Stribling, Mark Andrews. The bench could be improved by a lot. I do like the Stribling, TJ Spears, and the Mark Andrews pick, but I believe some people just are there for upside, and I don't mind that at all with your team playing for next year. But unfortunately, man, if we take a look at this team looks like it wants to play for this year, but it also has 4 first-round picks for next year. All right? You want an identity. If you want to win this year, go ahead and trade your first-round picks. Go ahead and see who has the strong team and trade the first-round pick, and who has a weaker team, keep their first round pick. But trade the people that have the 112, the 111, the 110, and go ahead and try to get players to make your tight end stronger, make your running back stronger. But in this situation, if we do take a look at your team, your running back 3 here, it looks like is Emmett Johnson. That is terrible. If Chuba doesn't win that running back 2 role, you're gonna have to start Emmett Johnson. I don't know how much I like that. Your running backs are definitely on the weaker side. Your tight end is on the weaker side, and you not having a quarterback 3 is also on the weaker side. You do have 4 first-round picks, and I like that, but this team doesn't have a vision. This team doesn't have an identity. I'm probably going to give this team a 6.7 out of 10, Kalai. All right, Meek, let's go ahead and take a look at your team. You do not have a future first-round pick. That's all right. Let's see. When you don't have a future first round pick, guys, just make sure you draft a very, very solid team. You did make trades, and you guys know how much I love those trades. Mahomes, Purdy, and it doesn't look like you have a quarterback 3 there, man. Quarterback 3s are very, very important. Even though Mahomes and Brock Purdy are great quarterbacks themselves, injuries happens, especially with somebody like Brock Purdy. It doesn't seem like he can ever finish a year besides that 1 year out of 3 years he's played. So, and then Mahomes just coming off of injury as well. Just you need that the third quarterback for bye weeks, for injuries. Be very careful. HN and RJ Harvey, I do like HN, don't get me wrong, but Harvey at the 7-6 is not what we should be going there with at all. They drafted Coleman. They drafted a 3rd-round running back for a reason, guys. They don't just draft a 3rd-round running back if they trust RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins there. And even if J.K. Dobbins goes down, Coleman is going to be the goal line back. So just be very careful with Harvey. I don't like that at all. Jason T. Higgins are going to be great wide receivers for you. Kraft is going to be a good tight end. Tuden, Cooper, and Devontae Adams. I like Tuden. I like Devontae Adams on your flex spots, but Cooper isn't going to do anything. You're going to have to play Jaden Reed over Cooper. And as much as I'm a Packer fan, Jaden Reed isn't really going to do amazing for you with Christian Watson still being there, with Tucker Kraft being the focal point of that offense. So just be careful with your flex 2 there with Omar Cooper and Jaden Reed. And let's see your bench. Your bench doesn't scream yes to me. So let's just say you're going to play Jaden Reed over Omar Cooper, right? Tuden gets hurt. Devontae gets hurt. You need a running back 2 for RJ Harvey, right? Who are you going to play on your bench? Your bench could use a lot of improvement, especially you not having a 1st and a 2nd. This seems on the weaker side, unfortunately. Your running back 3, because Harvey's not going to be viable in fantasy, is going to be Woody Marks and Tyrone Tracy. And I don't know how much I like those. I would recommend you go ahead and trading your 3rd-round pick, getting a better running back. I recommend trading away JSN. As much as you might like him, go ahead and trade JSN for a CeeDee Lamb and a Kyren Williams. Go ahead and trade Jason for Rashee Rice and a Jonathan Taylor, to make your team better, because you need a running back here. You need a running back 2 here, and you need a better flex room as well. And you also don't have a quarterback 3 that's also on the weaker side. But what I do like is I do like the fact you did make trades. I do like the fact that you went out and drafted a team that could win now, but unfortunately still has a lot of holes. I'll give this team a 5.9 out of 10. 5.9 out of 10. All right, Trev, let's go ahead and take a look at your team real quick, my brother. You don't have your future first, guys. Whenever you don't have your future first, you're playing to win now, all right? So what I recommend is when you don't have your future first and you have someone else's future picks, go ahead and trade them and get some better players for the team. Trev did make a lot of trades, and you guys know how much I like that. Let's go ahead and take a look. Jackson Dart, Tyler Shoke, and you don't have a quarterback 3, guys. So whether it's Aaron Rodgers, Geno Smith, Jacoby Brissett, make sure you guys have a quarterback 3. Oh, he does have Geno Smith. I'm sorry. All right, that's fine with me. You got him at the 15th round. That's totally fine. He's going to be viable for 1 year in case Shoke or Dart go down. Brees Hall and DeAndre Swift are going to be great running backs there for you. I'm a big fan of DeAndre Swift, guys. He finished as a running back 15, but he missed the Bengals game. If he played this game and scored minimum 20 points, he would have been running back 10, running back 11, and he would be drafted way higher. Jamar Chase and Drake London are going to be elite wide receivers there for you. Harold Fan is going to be a good tight end. Laporta is going to be a good tight end. Laporta is going to be a good flex 1 for you, bro, but I don't like flex players I don't like tight end players in my flex room, even though it's 0.5 tight end premium. The only time I would like it is if it's a 1 tight end premium. Jordan Addison is going to be in a wide receiver committee. Kyler Murray has never sustained 2 wide receivers. I don't like that, but Jalen Warren should be the running back 1 there. Michael Pittman, I could see playing over Jordan Addison, but he's in the Steelers. DK Metcalf is there. Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. I don't know how much I love that for you. Chris Bell, Singleton. Mike Washington. Your bench has a lot of upside, and I really do like that. But unfortunately, the weaknesses on this team are going to be the flex too, with Jordan Addison and Michael Pittman. I feel like none of them would be really compatible. None of them will really be viable to get you those points that you need during those weeks that you need to win. In my opinion, broski, go ahead and trade your first round pick, second round pick, second round pick, third round pick, and get a better flex player. Get a better wide receiver. Get a better running back. Get somebody you can play in for that flex room. Get a better bench. This is a win now. You're playing to win now because you can't afford to lose. Because if you do lose, you don't have your future first round pick or second round pick. So go ahead and trade those picks and get somebody stronger there, in my opinion. I do like this team. But unfortunately, I do think I do like. The problem is that Little Meek did not have his first round picks, and that's the problem, I think. Let me take a look at his team. Can't even find his team, guys. I am so sorry. Oh, he's right below you. All right. He does not have his first round. He does not have a first round pick, second round pick. He does not have that ammo, that draft capital ammo to go ahead and trade for players that aren't doing well. And in your situation, Trev, you do have that. So I do think this team is a little bit better than Little Meek's team, but not by a lot. I'll give this team a 6.1 out of 10 because you have those future first round draft capitals to trade away. And if you don't want to trade those draft capitals, trade away Jamar Chase for somebody, like I said, for somebody like Ladd McConkey and James Cook, or somebody. I'm just giving you an example. I know Sam Jr. does, what's the word for it? I know Goldie has Ladd McConkey and Dr. Robertson has James Cook. I'm just trying to give you guys an example. Go ahead and do a 2-for-1 trade to make your flex a little bit stronger because you don't have a future first round pick. But I do like this team. I'll give it a 6.1 until you make that trade to get a better flex player. It's a 6.1, but once you do make that trade, I feel like this team could easily be a 7.0 plus. All right, Brian, let's go ahead and take a look at your team real quick. You have a first round pick next year, but it's not yours. Second, third. And you have 2 first round picks next year as well. What I recommend in this situation, broski, is the same thing I told Trev. Make sure you go ahead and... Oh, 1 second. Oh, good boy. Good boy. All right, guys. What I would recommend... Sorry, guys. I'm playing with my dog. I apologize. Usually... he's not this active, but maybe he had a really good sleep or something. All right. With that being said, Brian, let's go ahead and take a look at your team real quick. Caleb Williams should be a great quarterback, brother. Jordan Love and Jared Goff. This is what I mean by a quarterback room, guys. This is a phenomenal quarterback room, Brian. Phenomenal quarterback room. Javonte and Josh Jacobs can be great running backs for you. Malik Neighbors, Mikal Lemon, great wide receivers. Brock Bowers, elite tight end. So far, I'm loving this team, all right? Let's take a look at your flex room. J-Mo, Casey, and Jonah Coleman. I like J-Mo. Casey has upside, and Jonah Coleman has somewhat of an upside, but they're not flex-worthy players. All right, you're going to start Cortland Sutton for Casey Concepcion and Tony Pollard for Jonah Coleman, which are not bad at all. But don't get me wrong, you don't have a future first-round pick, so you need a bench. You need some bench players. You need some stronger flex players. In my opinion, do what I told Trev Smith. Trade the first-round pick Trev Smith has, because Trev Smith is also playing to win now. Trade your second-round pick. Trade your third-round pick. Trade these picks because you don't need them because they're not yours. Besides the second-round pick, but you are playing to win now. You're not playing to win next year. You're playing to win now. So trade those future capitals and go ahead and get somebody that could be a stronger flex player for you. Go ahead and get somebody for if Malik Neighbors doesn't play week 1 or week 2, you're not screwed totally. I do like this team a lot, but unfortunately, the flex rooms do concern me. Even though you're going to play Cortland Sutton and Tony Pollard, they're not amazing. They're not amazing whatsoever. They're decent. They'll get you those points, but if you want to win the championship, you're going to need to make trades, and in my opinion, you're going to have to trade those first, second, and third round picks to get you a stronger flex room. I do think I do like Trev's team a little bit better than this team, but even though the quarterback room is way better, I do feel like his team is better than yours. I'm going to give this team a 6.0 out of 10, Brian. Guys, anything above 5.0 is above average. I don't give, 8.0s and 9.0s very easily. If I give you an 8.0, 9.0, this better be the team of the year. You know what I mean? So 6.0 out of 10, Brian. Shout out to you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, shout out to League 76. That's all the people that wanted reviews. Let's go to League 77 now. All All right, we do have a couple more minutes here, so let's go ahead and take care of these teams. All right, League 77. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this. B Wires and Big C. All right, one and League. 1 second, guys. One and my bad. 2 and 5. Sorry, guys. The screen is so small. I have a big monitor, so if I make it bigger, I mean it's just gonna look a little too big. But all right. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the Wires team. He does not have a future first, second, or third. He does have a future second. I hope he did go ahead and trade that. If we take a look at B Wires team, guys, if we take a look at B Wires team real quick, guys, where's he at? Where's he at? For the people wondering why we have 2 empty teams, they got in an internal conflict. The league knows about it. There's a reason why I haven't filled those people, because I'm letting them figure things out themselves until they're ready to join back. But with that being said, the Wires, welcome broski, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, and that's pretty much it. I don't see, and you have Malik Willis. You have Malik Willis as well. You got him at the 9-1. I don't mind this quarterback room at all, broski. Kenneth Walker and Ashton Jeanty going to be great running backs for you. Cardinal Zay Flowers going to be great wide receivers. Sadiq should be a below average tight end for you. I don't love that at all, unfortunate as that is. I do think, in my opinion, you do need another tight end there. Judkins, Travion, Travis Etienne, great flex room, broski. You have Jalen Waddle. This is an amazing team. This is an amazing team, guys. Especially with you not having a future first, second, and third. This is a win now team. Your bench, you have Jalen Waddle, Parker Washington, Casey Concepcion, Josh Downs, Isaiah Likely, Ramondre Stevenson, Chico Okonkwo. This is a great team here. Not only do you have good quarterbacks, you also have great running backs. You also have great wide receivers. You have great flex players. You have a good bench. I really like this. This is easily an 8.2 out of 10. Especially with you not having future first. This team has a vision. This team is trying to compete for this year. I like that. The only thing that does concern me is the tight end room. I do feel like you need a stronger tight end there. Go ahead and trade your second round pick and maybe Kenyon Sadiq and get a Tucker Kraft. Get a Harold Fannin. Get somebody else there, in my opinion. 8.2 out of 10 B Wires. Shout out to you for being here, broski. I appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Big C's team. Big C, Hurts is going to be a great quarterback, brother. Man, you don't have a quarterback 3 here. If we take a look at your team, right, you have a lot of first round picks. This is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 first round picks. I love that for you. And then if we take a look at, oh guys, my bad. They're not having internal conflicts. I just unassigned them. I think I have to assign them back again. Yeah, I have to assign Johnny back again. All right, but Johnny hasn't paid for 2028. I'm waiting for a response back from him. I try to give people grace periods, guys. I try to give people grace periods here. All right, with that being said, this is a phenomenal team. I just hope you didn't, draft older players. With that being said, you do have Jalen Hurts, and don't get me wrong, I like Jalen Hurts, but I do feel like you could have won a little bit younger on running quarterback there. Woody Marks and Pacheco have, somewhat of an upside. Nico and Garrett Wilson, I don't mind those as your wide receivers, but Nico is turning 28. You're not going to be using him this year. You're going to be using him next year, and he's going to be turning 29 next year. So I don't love that for you, but there are very good wide receivers. Barner should be, you're playing for next year, not this year. But DJ Moore and Chris Godwin, what are we doing here, man? DJ Moore's turning 30. Chris Godwin's turning 31. We have 8 first-round picks. Do not draft guys like this. I really don't like that. You should be drafting for upside. And Khalil Shakir as well, turning 27. He's going to be turning 28 the year after that. I don't like that at all. Hawkinson turning 30 years old. Geno Smith turning 36 years old. Why are we drafting? Like, you made some great trades here. You have a lot of future capital, but then you ruined it by drafting some older players, and I really don't like that for you at all. But I love the future class of 2027, guys. I really do. I'll give this team a 6.5 because of how many first-round picks he does have. This team could easily be a contender next year, the year after that. But unfortunately, you drafted a little bit worse than I wanted in one future team. So I don't like that for you. But shout out to you, man. Very solid team, 6.5 out of 10. Appreciate you for being here. All right, now we are going to go to League 78 here. And Landon wanted a review here at League 78. Let's go ahead and take a look at your team, Landon. If I can find your team, broski. Okay, here we go. Perfect. You're at the 12th spot here. All right, Landon, you do not have your future first round picks in 7 or 28. All right, that means you should have a phenomenal team going here. All right, it does seem like you made a lot of trades. Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix, Tyler Shough, great quarterback room. Cam Scatterbo and Chuba Hubbard. I like Scatterbo, broski, but Chuba Hubbard is going to be your weakness here, and does not seem like you have a running back 3. Your running back 3 is Ramondre Stevenson. And as much as I love Ramondre Stevenson, he's battling with Travion Henderson. He's a running back 2 there. So your running backs are already on the weaker side. Jamar and Drake London are going to be elite wide receivers for you. Harold Fane is going to be a good tight end. And you got Pickens and Ladd McConkey, who are going to be great flex players. But then you got Kenyon Sadiq. Of course, you're not going to play Kenyon Sadiq. You're going to play Ramondre Stevenson. Man, this team, for you trading away your future 27 first, second, third, future 28 first, second, and third, this team should be a lot better. Unfortunately, in this situation, this team is not a lot better. This team has holes. This team has holes in his flex 3. This team has holes in his running back 2 room, and I don't like that at all. I'm probably going to give this team a 5.7. It is a win now team, but until you get those figured out, I recommend you trading away Jamar Chase and getting a 2-for-1, trading Drake London, getting a 2-for-1, because unfortunately the running back 2 with Chuba Hubbard is weak, and the flex 3 with Kenyon Sadiq is very weak as well, and your bench could use improvement as well. Shout out to you for being here, Landon. I do appreciate you. All right, guys, let's go to League 79 here. We do have a couple of people here that want reviews as well. All right, Butzer, let's go ahead and take a look at your team real quick, my brother. All right, you don't have your first or third, but you do have 2 seconds next year. If we take a look at your team. All right, guys, my bad. All right, Butzer, let's go ahead and take a look at your team here at the 112th, guys. I don't know why it's not. Oh, yeah, it didn't do that last time, too. Okay, Butzer, you don't have a future first, third. This team should be very good. Caleb Williams, Jalen Hurts. You don't have a quarterback 3. That does worry me, broski. That worries me a little bit, man. Go ahead and trade your second-round pick here. Go ahead and get Geno Smith and Aaron Rodgers. Go ahead and get somebody there that can be startable. Jacoby Brissett, I'm sure they'll accept a second-round pick for that. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Shut them. Shut them. Shut them. Okay. All right. Caleb Williams is going to be a great quarterback there. Harvey, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, Harvey and Dave Montgomery. I love the Dave Montgomery running back in Texans. I think he's going to do very well, but the Houston O-line does scare me a little bit. Harvey isn't really going to do anything, so just be very careful with Harvey there. Amon-Ra and Jake London are going to be great wide receivers. Trey McBride is going to be a good tight end. You got Josh Downs, Mike Evans, and Ramondre Stevenson as your flex room. I don't love that for you, broski, especially you're not having a first and a third next year. I don't love that for you because Josh Downs is not a league-winning flex player. Ramondre Stevenson is not a league-winning running back. So be very careful with those players. I would recommend trading your second-round picks, getting somebody like a quarterback 3. I would recommend getting another running back. I recommend getting stronger flex players. Your bench, Trey Harris, Jordan Mason, Chris Rodriguez. This is not a championship-winning team, as unfortunate as that is. I recommend trading Amon-Ra St. Brown, getting a 2-for-1. I recommend trading Caleb Williams, getting that 2-for-1. Trey McBride fell to you at the 3-1, getting a 2-for-1 for Trey McBride. Because the flex 3 is on the weaker side, flex 1 is on the weaker side, your running back 2 is on the weaker side. Running back 1 is on the weaker side with RJ Harvey. Your bench is on the weaker side. I don't love this team, broski. I'm going to give this team a 5.0 out of 10, especially with you not having a future first and a second. All right, let's go ahead and take care of your team real quick. You don't have your own first-round pick. You do have someone else's first-round pick. So I recommend going ahead and trading that already because I don't like that. I like the trade you made, don't get me wrong, but I recommend you trading that, getting a better team for you. Justin Herbert, Tyler Shough, and Sam Darnold, and Daniel Jones. Great quarterback room, but you don't need 4 quarterbacks. You just need 3. Bijan and Jalen Price are going to be great running backs. Ted Carnell, great wide receivers there. Mark Andrews should be a decent tight end, not amazing. Flowers, Christian Watson, and Jaden Higgins should be in my opinion, Christian Watson and Zay Flowers should be great flex players, but Jaden Higgins is going to be your weakness there. And you could play Tony Pollard there, I guess, but he's not amazing. What I recommend is trading away your future first-round pick, getting a stronger flex, trading away Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold, and getting a better flex player for you, because your bench, you have Tony Pollard and Dallas Goedert. And yes, you can play them, but they're not going to give you league-winning numbers. And in this situation, you don't have a future first. You need a league-winning team. So I would recommend doing those, but I do like the team overall. I'm probably going to give this team a 6.4 out of 10. 6.4 out of 10. Yeet. All right, and that's about it, guys. That's about everybody that wanted reviews in this team. That looks like it. We are going to go to League 80 and up on Sunday, guys. We are doing league reviews on Wednesdays and Sundays from now on. So shout out. We're going to do probably 10 leagues every time. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with me. We're dealing with a copyright strike, like I said before, on YouTube, so we couldn't release videos, but now we can. We can upload them from the live stream, thankfully. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and if I don't see you guys in another Dynasty League or anything like that, I hope you guys have a great